Hi everyone, welcome back to the Movie Reviewers 100. My name is Scott, also known as Cineram here on YouTube. I do the Thursday videos for this collaboration channel. We do themes every week, but our theme this week has sort of been untouched because everybody has been kind of too busy to make a video. So we're postponing the theme until the next movie-going week, which of course starts tomorrow, and is led off by Big Al 1982, who is our Commander-in-Chief. So for my video, I just thought I'd bring you up to speed on some of the stuff that I've seen recently this summer. We tend not to talk as much about recent movies because our themes don't always fit whatever's out in the theater at that particular time. This summer, of course, there's been a number of movies that I've been looking forward to, and I've seen most of them so far. The Dark Knight Rises, of course, has yet to come out, but several of the ones that I was looking forward to I have seen, such as Prometheus, Dark Shadows, and the Avengers, and I've seen a few other things as well, so I want to tell you a little bit about what I thought of them. The Avengers, of course, is lots and lots of fun. It's a very fun movie. I've seen it 3 times now, and ordinarily I would be bored by some of it on the third viewing, but I'm not. It's all really lots of fun and exciting. A lot of the acting is really, really good. The dialogue is really great. The action set pieces are lots of fun. But my favorite stuff is, of course, the interactions between the characters, which are exciting. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of Captain America in the next sequel, because in this movie there still isn't really enough of what's going on with him. However, I have recently that they're considering releasing a director's cut of the Avengers in the theaters, which will be close to 3 hours long and have lots of extra dialogue scenes in there. That will be great. I will be very, very excited to see that. Since that movie came out, I've also seen Dark Shadows, which was something that I was really looking forward to because I haven't seen a good Tim Burton movie in a while, and I wanted to see this one more because it's based on a soap opera, which meant that there had to be a lot of interesting characters, not just like a few interesting characters and the rest were all sort of like bystanders, but they're all sort of odd in their way. And I was kind of disappointed by this movie as well. The problem with it is that Johnny Depp is in love and wants to marry and spend his life with this very nice, proper, pretty girl who's played by Bella Heathcote, but he just can't stop saying no to the witch played by Eva Green. And why? How could he? I mean, it's Eva Green we're talking about, you know? She's one of the most gorgeous, sexy women in the entire world. Even before he gets turned into a vampire by her and buried underground for 200 years, he still is enamored with her, you know. He has an affair with her and then rejects her and says, no, I'm marrying Bella Heathcote, and of course this makes her angry. Now, over the course of 200 years, she manages to use spells to preserve herself and keep herself looking young and beautiful for that time. So when he finally gets unburied in the 1970s and rejoins his family, she's there to compete for his affections once again against the apparent descendant of the Bella Heathcote character from the beginning of the movie, who again is played by Bella Heathcote. She has a name, but she uses the name Victoria instead for reasons which I don't recall exactly. But again, she's very sweet and pleasant, and you know, Johnny Depp is probably bored with her, which is why he wants to be with the witch itself, even though he can't admit it to himself or anybody else. Now, again, the reason why I don't like this movie is that it focuses a little bit too much on these characters and not enough on the family, which I wanted to see more of. And in particular, during the last big fight scene, the big showdown at the end, where they're all like throwing spells at each other and what have you. One of the characters turns out to be a werewolf for no reason at all, other than the fact that the character was probably a werewolf in the TV series. But, you know, since I haven't seen it, I don't know. Anyway, it's a revelation that has absolutely no consequence at all, and has nothing to do with anything that happens in the rest of the movie, and doesn't mean anything. So, yeah, ultimately, I can't really recommend that one. Since Dark Shadows came out, there have been a couple movies with the Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Brooklyn Decker, Battleship, and What to Expect When You're Expecting, neither of which I saw, but of course you can always look at pictures of her online, and I have. Then there was more recently Snow White and the Huntsman and Men in Black 3 came out. I saw both these movies, and Snow White and the Huntsman is a very good looking movie, especially the dwarf effects. They take some regular sized people and turn them into dwarves, and it looks amazing. And I really liked the backstory they gave to the wicked witch queen type person, played by Charlize Theron. Ravenna is her name, and why she is the way she is. And I like, you know, most of the movie, but when it came down to it, it just basically turned into another big battle scene where people are fighting each other, and for me that's kind of boring these days. You know, I prefer endings to be not just some a couple people, you know, swinging swords at each other, hitting each other, casting spells, but actually be, you know, you know, it's just my thing now. You know, I mean, I'm still fond of spectacle and summer movies, but I need more than that, you know, because it just isn't. It just isn't meaty enough. It isn't satisfying enough with just that as a resolution. Men in Black 3, on the other hand, I like quite a bit. Not as much as the Avengers, perhaps, but it had more of a pull for me than the other stuff. Particularly the ending. I thought the ending was really good, and I like time travel movies overall. It won't end up being one of my favorite movies, but from what I've seen so far this summer, it's been one of the more satisfying movies, which is more than I can say for Prometheus, which left me unsatisfied in a number of different ways. Get a very good-looking movie, very nice effects. I mean, all these movies have really nice effects. But the problem with Prometheus is, aside from the four main actors, that would be Charlize Theron and Noomi Rapace, and Idris Elba and Michael Fassbender, the acting really sucks. And there's a lot of people doing very stupid things, and there's a lot of stuff that goes unexplained, which might be explained in the follow-up movie if they do one. But ultimately, you know, I wasn't crazy about it. And I just found the ending to be sort of like, yeah, okay, you know, great, now we've got that thing happening, and you know, everyone's sort of waiting around for that to happen. It took a long time, and ultimately, yeah, I wasn't big on that. I actually did a more in-depth review of Prometheus on my personal channel, which you can take a look at if you want to, but ultimately it's just something I wouldn't recommend. I have a bunch of problems with that movie, as I do with Ridley Scott in general these days. The last good movie I saw from him was Matchstick Men in 2003. Now, that's what I've seen recently. As far as independent movies, I managed to see a film called Your Sister's Sister, which is by Lynn, who did a movie called Hump Day, with Joshua Leonard from the Blair Witch Project and Mark Duplass. Now, I like that movie a lot, and Mark Duplass is in her new movie, along with Rosemary DeWitt, who played the Rachel of Rachel Getting Married with Anne Hathaway, and Emily Blunt, who's been in lots and lots of good stuff like The Devil Wears Prada, and, well, actually, that one's not such a good movie, but she's good in it, and The Adjustment Bureau, and, you know, The Young Victoria. She's really, really good English actress, and gorgeous, just gorgeous, gorgeous lady. I didn't like this movie as much as Hump Day. The improv dialogue just kind of tends to let the actors ramble quite a bit, and most of the time it works okay, but in the end it's just like everyone has like a big speech to sort of wrap up their character, and it just comes off as slightly phony. You know, it could be a lot more concise. That's where the benefit of writing the lines in advance comes in. The other indie movie that I saw recently was Bernie, with Jack Black as a mortician in East Texas. It's a true story, who becomes the traveling companion and sort of personal assistant to a very wealthy and very mean-spirited old lady who's played by Shirley MacLaine. And when she turns up dead, he is arrested for her murder. Now, a lot of the townspeople who were involved in the story actually appear in the movie as themselves. They give on-camera interviews talking about what they thought of the characters, the people, I mean, the actual people, whom they knew, and what they think happened. And sometimes these people actually appear in the scenes with the actors, which got me a little confused about who is actually an actor playing a person and who is an actual person as themselves. The credits sort this out, but during the first part of the movie, I'm just like, wait a minute, who's an actor and who isn't? It just, you know, I wasn't sure what was going on here. But that was a decent movie. And of course, The Dark Knight Rises is going to be coming out in on July 20th. And I got online just a little bit too late to get any decent seat at all for the IMAX theater opening weekend, so I have to wait until Monday to see it in IMAX if I want a decent seat. I could sit all the way over the extreme side of the theater, but I don't like doing that. I like seeing it in the back row, in the middle, in an IMAX theater, which is the best place to see it. So I'm looking forward to that, of course, and I'm also looking forward to a movie that's coming out this upcoming weekend, called Seeking a Friend at the End of the World. Seeking a Friend for the End of the World, I'm sorry, which is Steve Carell and Keira Knightley as a couple of people who are trying to make connections with people that they've known in the past, either family or loved ones, before an asteroid hits the planet in 3 weeks' time, whereas everyone else is just sort of partying it up and having fun and enjoying, you know, living it up during their last few days, because everyone's going to be dead in just a couple of weeks. So that'll be an interesting movie for me to see. I was considering seeing Rock of Ages, but I decided not to after reading this review, which I'll read you a part of. This disreputable musical bastard child stole glam rock's look and brazen attitude, but drained it of ideas, smarts, and sexual and moral ambiguity. Now, glam rock and hair metal have each received the cinematic jukebox musicals they deserve. Todd Haynes' mesmerizing Velvet Goldmine used the relationship between glam icons Iggy Pop and David Bowie as a springboard to explore the heady intersection of sexuality, fame, and the passing of time, while hair metal's Reagan-era prime has been faithfully transformed into a big-budget celebrity dress-up karaoke party in the feature film adaptation of the Broadway smash Rock of Ages. As a shameless crowd pleaser where the cardboard characters use the most overplayed and ubiquitous hits of the 80s to express the aching banality of their souls. That is a bad review. That is a very bad review. So I was thinking maybe, and but not really, and then yeah, no, definitely not now. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and we'll be back with the regular themes in the coming week, hopefully starting tomorrow. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy. Bye.